Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Th-
Cool.
Thank you for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Happy to be here.
Go ahead and let everybody know who you are.
Okay, well, I'm shy, but I'm Linty. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just Linty. I play Pet Simulator. Started a while ago. Started mostly when the Titanic plush came out. But yeah, I'm a newer partner, but I've been playing for like 2 or 3 years.
You started YouTube when the Titanic plushies came out?
Well, I had done like Roblox stuff.
Mm,
But that's when I started like playing Pet Sim more.
okay.
Because my son was like, "Did you hear about?" Because he knew that we played Pet Sim. He's like, "Did you hear about that drama with Big Games that they're having a plush for $500?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then it's like, "Yeah, they brought it down to 250, but people are still." So there was this big drama about it, and I was like, "Oh, I want to get one." And so that's how we got into it, like hardcore
It was
from the
really
Titanic
500?
plush. I don't know because he's 18, so he's been playing Roblox since he was little, and so he's all into that Roblox news and Twitter and all that stuff. I didn't have Twitter back then, but he was like, "Did you hear about big games?" And so I don't know if it was really 500, but he was saying that's what it was, and they were getting so much backlash for it. And so then I was like, "Oh, let me look it up." And yeah, that's how it basically started from there.
Wow.
I
I
got yeah.
I don't think anybody would have bought it for 500. Some people would have.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to see it. We'll have to ask Spiffy or somebody back then of how much it really was. But
Yeah, 500 is a
yeah,
crazy price.
I know. Yeah.
So,
But
when you started Roblox and once you started doing the plushies and all that, that's when you got into the whole pet sim. How many subscribers did you have at that time?
oh, probably on YouTube, I think like 30,000. Only because at that time it was like what, COVID,
Hmm.
and I was playing with the kids and stuff, and they would always do like their brain rot stuff, and there was like that Debillions, because my little twins, they were like, I don't know, a year old or so, and we would watch the Debillions, and so I did like, oh, I'm gonna dress them up as Roblox characters, and I'm gonna just do like a little video of the song because it was popular on TikTok at the time as well.
Hmm.
And so I did that, and those went like viral. They did like over, I don't know, 2, 3 million each.
Wow.
And so then I was like, oh, there's money in YouTube and all this stuff. And so I started doing YouTube and that. And I would play Roblox with the kids anyway. So we decided, let's just record and play. And that's how we started
Hmm.
doing YouTube and TikTok and all of that.
Now, do you have any experience in editing, or did you just start doing all your editing once you started the channel?
I mean, I used to do it like a little bit, but I don't have like any professional experience. I would just make like little videos here and there.
Hmm.
Like when we would have family reunions or birthdays, I would be the one that would be making like, the collages and all those little memory videos. And so, I just kind of learned and played around with things. At first I was on Final Cut Pro because of my MacBook. But then, with TikTok and CapCut and stuff, just it got easier. I was more easy. It was easier to like explore on CapCut for me because it's just so much like a drag and drop. You could just there's buttons that you can push. And with Final Cut Pro was more like you have to know like how to do a mask or how to do this
Hmm.
and that. So
Yeah,
I just learned by playing around.
because you're one of the excuse me, you're one of the most unique partners because you do those little videos with your avatar and they're actually really well made and they look so
Oh,
good.
thank you. Thank you. I always think like, oh, they look so like I asked my 18-year-old son because he's the one. He does everything. He edits. He has his own little YouTube channel as well, but he does like um what is it, the Photoshop stuff, and like
Hmm.
he edits on all those Adobe platforms, and I have no idea how to do any of that. But
Hmm.
I always ask him like, is this good? did I do a good job? And he's like, oh, that's clean or whatever their lingo is. That's clean or whatever. So I'm like, okay, okay, okay. So I know sometimes, if it goes through him, I'm like, okay, it's okay. I can post it.
Yeah, they're really good, and nobody else
Thank you.
does anything like that. You're the
Oh,
only one
thank
I've
you.
seen. Um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. And so I also noticed on X you posted pictures of those cards. You made those yourself?
Yes, I did.
They look good.
We collect, yeah, thank you. We collect cards like crazy. We collect, my husband, he does Pokemon. I don't know too much about the Pokemon. I just know that they have to be like full art, alt arts or whatever. I just look for the full art cards when we're opening packs, but he collects Pokemon and then we collect, baseball cards and sports cards and stuff.
Hmm.
And so when they did I was recently at Target and they had like Smashlings, which is another Roblox game, and I was like, no way that there's like Smashlings, like it's nobody really plays it, sorry Smashlings, but there's not like a lot of players on it, and I'm like, how did they get a deal with Panini? So then when I saw literally that the Pet Simulator were doing the trading card update, I was like, oh my gosh, how cool. And so I was like, let me look how we can make our own trading cards to just like have fun with it. And I just Googled some stuff and we got some some papers over, some cardstock, holographic cardstock, and I started printing and messing around with them and we made some cool ones. So it was fun. It was fun. It's something new. I'd have never done that before, but it was fun.
Yeah, they looked really good. It looked like official big games cards.
I know. They need to do it.
Yeah, they do.
I keep telling them, like, you guys, come on, get a Panini deal. I think it would do really, really well. It would do really well.
I
Like
think
if
it would.
a good price point, $15, something, $20.
Hmm.
I think that they would do really well with
Yeah.
trading cards.
If they keep it around like the same prices as like Pokemon cards, just a little bit more,
Yeah,
I think they'll do well.
I think
And
so too. And then they don't have to have like it doesn't have to be like a DLC
hmm
in every box. It could be like, that's the chase or, but I think it would be something that they can really get new people to collect cards, and then, all us diehard fans already are going to buy them. So I think it'd be good for them.
and you could also turn it into a game too, similar to
Mhm.
how you play Pokemon or Magic the Gathering. You could come
Mhm.
up with a whole game and having like potions as the boost cards, having the different machines in the game as different, different tools
Yeah.
and all that.
That's what my husband was saying, that they should, like, if they do, have get a trading card, they should make it into a playable game so that
Hmm.
it's here for longer than just, collecting the little pets.
Yeah, and we already know there's thousands of different pets in this game, so you got
Yes.
opportunities for many, many,
Yes.
different cards. And, you could even do like elemental pets, like you got the fire pets, you got the water pets,
Hmm.
and I think it'll be a pretty cool game trading
I
like.
think so.
And if you do the like the booster packs, I would say don't do any DLC with those, but if you do like the big, like the bundle packs, those could come with a
Hmm.
DLC for the game.
Yeah. No, I think it would be amazing. I told them, I said, like, Smashlings has to deal with Panini. There's no way. I mean, I played Smashlings. I'm sorry, Smashlings. I love you, Smashlings. We've played it. But like when we went to go look, like, how did they get a Panini deal?
I don't even know what game that is.
Oh,
I've
it's just
never
the
heard of it.
Roblox game. There's probably like 10 players on it. It's a simulator game. You have to get your little piles of whatever they are, the little coins, and you have to get your different little pets. They're pinata pets.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's the same thing, but I'm like, no way. Like I want Pet Simulator to get cards.
Yeah, it
So we
would
gotta,
be really cool. And
yeah.
this update right here is perfect for you guys since you're
It was
into card collecting.
We are. Yes, I was so excited. I was so excited when it was trading card. I've been spending so much money that, oh my gosh.
So what's your best
I
pull?
gotta blame it up. My best pull. I guess I was getting a bunch of the Titanic wolves from the last one. Was it a wolf? What was it? A fox? What
Yeah, it
was
was a
it? Oh,
wolf.
oh yeah. So I got a bunch of those. I made one and then I just sold the other cards. I didn't get anything special like rainbows or shinies or anything, but
Hmm.
I just that pack seemed like so much heavier on Titanics. This pack I've spent a lot of money on and got in only one Top
Hmm.
Cat card. Um, but yeah, nothing too special. But I was spending lots of Robux. Still am. I have to blame it on the kids. Like, oh, my husband gets the charges, and he's like, "What's this $60 Apple Roblox?" I'm like, oh, the kids needed some Game Pass and Rivals, or because he's not gonna say anything to them. But if it's me, he's gonna be like,
Hmm.
"Why are you spending all these Robux?"
Yeah, the past few days we've been getting a lot of Robux charges here as well.
Yeah.
Just, every
Yes.
time the forever pack resets, it's like, okay, I'll put $20 on it. And then my wife's
Exactly.
like, I'll
And
put
then
$20 on it.
mhm. And then you get that huge or you get that thing in the corner like, "Oh, but you get, it's 800 Robux, but there's 12 card packs right there. So that's a deal." So you got to keep going
Yeah.
and keep going. Yeah.
Yeah, the first forever pack of this update, I stopped at 1,000. The very next one was a huge, and I'm like,
I
1,000
know.
Robux for the huge. Nah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I was stopping at like 2,400 like 5 in. So it gets expensive. My husband gets I always tell him like look away because sometimes he'll be listening to my lives. And I tell everybody in the chat like make sure that my husband's not looking, like look away or don't listen because I'm just charging away. And then my daughter, she'll go and tell him, "I'm gonna tell daddy that you bought Robux."
Yeah, my kids
So
will look over my shoulder and be like, "Why are you buying Robux?" I'm like,
yeah,
Mind your
exactly. I
business."
know. Exactly. Yeah, they'll be like, "Oh, you just told me we didn't have money for the, 1,000 Robux that I asked for 5 minutes ago, but how do you got Robux?" But these kids ask for Robux every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Literally crazy.
Yeah, even my
Yeah.
youngest, he's 4 years old, and he'll be like, "Dad, can I have Robux?" I'm like, "What are you gonna do with Robux?"
Yes. My 4-year-old, yes. One of the twins, the boy twin, he's on Rivals. He wants I think he has every single pack now, and they're like $20 each. And he's like, "Oh, I'm so good at Rivals." He's 4 years. He's gonna be 5 in May, but he's like, "Oh, I'm so good at Rivals, and I need this Rival pack." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you guys know that Robux is like it's real money. It's not just comes out of the air." But yeah, they're
Yeah, my
crazy.
son, he'll join any game if it has a Cybertruck. He wants Robux so I can buy the
Oh
Cybertruck for him.
my goodness, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
That's
my
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, my kids. I got 6 kids. Thankfully,
Oh
one
my
of them
goodness.
doesn't need Robux yet because she's only
Oh,
she's only 10 months old.
a little. Oh,
Yeah, and if I'm buying Robux for all of them every day, that'll drain the
yeah.
bank real quick.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I couldn't even imagine. I go crazy with 4 kids. Couldn't imagine a whole 6 children. That's a lot of children to deal with. I get worried about like when they're older, like right now it's like, okay, they go to, we get their little clothes from Target and it's decent price. But when like my oldest son, he like wants Jordans and name
Hmm.
brand and he, going to these concerts and cars and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna be so poor in the next 10 years when these kids are teenagers. There will be no Robux for me.
Yeah, my
But yeah.
oldest, she's like that. She's got to have the Nikes. She's got to have the nice clothes and all that.
Yes.
And
The
then the boys,
Stanleys,
they're
the
like,
Labubus.
then the boys, they're just like, clothes.
Oh, they don't care yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, they will. They will. Yeah, no, I guess I was one of 3 sisters. So yeah, we were always like, we need the nice, the Juicy Couture, the stuff that was back then when we were younger, the brands coming up. But oh my goodness. Yeah. No, my son, I guess he started caring. My oldest is 18, so he started caring when he was like in high school. When he
Hmm.
was like in middle school and stuff, he didn't really care. I could just buy him whatever, Hollister or whatever. He didn't really care. But Then he was like, "Oh, I don't want name brands. I don't want a logo on my chest, or I want this." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, my pants have to be this wide." Like,
Yeah,
oh my
it
goodness,
goes with
yeah.
whatever trend is going on right now.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me growing up, I was never really into appearance, clothing, shoes, all that. You know,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah, no,
I'd tell my mom, let's go to Walmart and buy some clothes.
Oh, that's so easy. That's so easy. I wish. No, I was always like, you know, I need this or I need the DCs or Osiris or the skater shoes back then
Hmm.
when I was younger. I wanted all those
Yeah, for me it was
fancy
Vans.
things. Vans,
I had to
yeah.
have Vans. That was the only thing I cared about. I always had to have
Really?
Vans.
Well, those aren't even that bad. Those are, yeah. The Vans are a decent price, but when it
And
starts to
they're
get to these
comfy.
like Jordans and $200 shoes, and I'm like, you guys are gonna grow out of them and
Hmm.
mess them up. But
Yeah, I don't find Vans anymore. I was looking for them a few months ago because I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back to wearing Vans. They're so comfy.
yeah,
And I can't find them. I can find them on
really,
Amazon, but they're like very overpriced now.
you don't have like a Van store? Do you live
No.
in like a rural area?
No.
No, you guys don't have Vans in the mall?
No, no Vans. I go
Oh
to
my gosh.
Kohl's. I go to Kohl's for
Oh yeah,
shoes.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
wear
Yeah, we have.
Nikes and New Balance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, no, we have a bunch of Vans, like standalone stores over here.
Really?
That's crazy. Hmm.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
Vans around here.
that's crazy.
I would have to
Wow.
Google it. We might have somewhere, a drive away, but
Hmm.
nothing local.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah. But so your kids, what are the ages, if you don't mind me
So I have
asking?
two 4-year-old twins, boy, girl, and then I have a 6-year-old who's going to be 7 next week, and then I have an 18-year-old that will be 19 this year in July. So super big gap, but yeah, the little ones keep me crazy, keep me busy.
Do you plan on
Uh,
any family videos?
they come in the video sometimes. We do, like we'll make videos with them, but they think they're their own, YouTube stars in themselves. Like my little 6-year-old, he's always making video and he's like, I haven't posted in a month. And, he's like, but I don't get any likes or views. And I feel so bad. Like he just feels, I'm like, it's okay. You have to start somewhere. But they come in the videos sometimes. They'll help me like make like the little pet sim videos that I make with the
Hmm.
plushies and stuff. Um, but yeah, they're crazy. They're too much. That's why I'm like, I don't know how you manage with 6 because with the 4 that I have, and it's mostly 3 because the 18-year-old he's doing his own thing, but
Hmm.
it's so much work,
Yeah,
so
after
much
after
everything.
3, it's pretty much the same.
No, see, that's what people say. And I know that's so much. Like to go anywhere, to go to Target, we have to, when they were smaller, we had to pack the diaper bag, make sure we have all these bottles and diapers and extra changes of clothes. And, that's just like an hour within itself.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm ready for them to be at the age where we can go like, to a hotel and stay and not have to worry about them rolling off the bed or
Hmm.
little things like that. I'm ready to go on vacations and stuff. So hopefully by the time I think that they're 10, I think we'll be ready for us to go on more, vacations further than where we go now to like Disney and all
Hmm.
those theme parks and stuff.
Yeah, we like
Uh,
to go to areas where it's like no people, more nature.
mhm.
Like we go to
Really?
Maine. We like to go to Maine a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maine's
no,
really nice.
we are West Coast, so I haven't been to the East Coast in a long, long time, but normally our thing is just theme parks. We go to
Hmm.
a lot of Disneyland, SeaWorld. We're kind of in the middle of like we're an hour away from LA, an hour away from San Diego, so it's pretty good that we can, go and do Disneyland. We can go do SeaWorld. There's, a bunch of things. We can go to the snow if we want to.
Hmm.
So there's a bunch of stuff that we can do for them, but with a lot of children it does get pricey, but it's fun.
It does.
all that matters is the fun. So
Yeah. We
yeah.
usually we don't get hotels. We just do Airbnbs.
Oh, okay, yeah. We don't stay at the hotels because we just drive back home. It's like I said, it's only an hour away.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. And plus the kids, they're just so small that it's, they want their own bed and they're not ready for hotels and Airbnbs yet. But soon I'm wanting to. I want to go to Las Vegas and I want to do all those things with
hmm
them.
Yeah, my wife and I
Yeah.
were talking about because we went to the zoo with the younger two yesterday, and
Oh,
if we were to go to, we went to a more local zoo, so it was a lot cheaper. But if we were to go to the Bronx Zoo in New York, and
mhm.
if we were to bring every single kid, that would be like a $600 trip,
Yes. And
and
that's just
just
with tickets, right?
yeah, just tickets and parking, and that's not even
Hmm.
like getting over there. And then you got the food, and then
Yeah, yeah.
inside the Bronx Zoo, you got to pay for like if you want to go to, I believe it's where the gorillas are, you got to pay an extra $20 per person
Oh
just to
my
go in there.
goodness.
And like you don't have access to the full zoo, so you got to pay more to see everything.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
so
The zoo is
it's like
trying
a
to get you
thousand
guys for your
dollars.
money. Jeez. Yeah, no, it is. It's very expensive. Going to McDonald's with these kids is like $50. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, who wants to spend $50 on McDonald's? Like, it's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
when
expensive.
$50 you could go to a grocery store and make a very nice meal at home.
Yes, yes. Well, except now I just bought eggs yesterday and it was $15 and I was just like, "Oh gosh." Like, I got the Eggland's Best at Walmart.
How
I was
many
picking up
eggs?
supplies and it was $15. I was like, "When did this happen?" But
For a
yeah.
dozen?
I got, I think, the 18 of them. Whatever, 16, 18. I think it was 18. But still,
Wow.
we'll go through eggs. We eat like, probably in one breakfast because my husband eats 3 eggs. I eat two. The other one eats three. We're going through the whole thing in one in one breakfast. So it's just like, my goodness, it's a lot of money for eggs, but
Do you have a
I
Costco
guess
near you?
we do. But Costco is so overwhelming for me. Like, it's too much. We do have a Costco, but like I'll buy it's such big things that like it's too much for us.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I buy regular, portions, it's too little. So it's like I need
Yeah.
something like in the middle because they'll go to waste. Or the kids will be on a trend, like, oh, they this week they love bananas. And so I buy a million bananas, but then midweek they hate bananas. So now I have, you know what I mean? I don't know if your kids ever go through that, but
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, I would have too much. I just go buy as we need. Sometimes I'll refill as we need because these kids will be like, "Oh, I like corn dogs," one day and the next day they've never had a corn dog or they absolutely hate it. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Their taste buds change real quick and often
Yes.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, we have a Costco. We drive about 20 minutes to get to it. And over there we do most of our shopping. Like I went
Oh,
yesterday, did a big shopping, and then if we need like small things, we'll go to a local grocery store down the road.
yeah.
But over
That's
there,
yeah.
it's 32 eggs for $9.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, $15 here for my Eggland's Best. I was like, oh my gosh, because I'm out buying supplies for my son's birthday since he's turning 7 on the 10th, and we
hmm
share a birthday. So I don't really it's not my day anymore. It hasn't been my day in the last 7 years, but
Well, happy
him and I
birthday.
share a birthday. But so yeah, I was just getting supplies because he wants a pet simulator party, which is totally fine for me because I can also, make it into some content as well. So
hmm
double fun for me. But I have to make everything because I asked Spiffy, I said, well, do you guys have any? Because could swear that they had some birthday stuff, maybe like, I don't know, 2, 3 years ago. I don't know if it was
hmm
on Epic Drops or where, but they had like a little 8 pack of birthday supplies. And he said he wasn't sure, but now I have to hand make everything. So
hmm
I'm out here buying foam boards and paint and all that stuff and cardstock so I can I can put it together for him.
Are you going to make a fondant cat cake?
I'm gonna just buy a plain cake, and then put the little figures on. That's it. Because this kid got me out here painting and crafting and all this stuff. My hands and everything are crazy. There's paint everywhere, and
So you're
so
very
the
crafty.
cake. Yeah, I tried to be. I
Hmm.
tried to be.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few people make pet simulator cakes, and they all look real nice.
Yeah, I know. What was her name? There's somebody on Twitter. I forgot her name. I'm totally blanking out right now. But she always does all the crafty things. She made, I think, a cake, the McDonald's cake. Did you see that one for her son
Yes, I
on
remember
Twitter?
that.
Yeah, so she's really good at being crafty and stuff too. She made like little Valentine's bouquet and all that stuff with the pet sim stuff. Oh my goodness, I can't. So
I
sad I don't
probably thought
remember
it
her
was you.
name. I know. But yeah, and she had it, and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. I think her daughter made the cake. They made it like in house. I'm not that talented with cake and all that, but I'm just gonna plop the little figures on and call it a day. But the rest, I'm making so it looks decorative and nice.
That's good.
But,
And
yeah.
you're going to print out everything, cut it out.
I'm gonna print it, cut it. I'm trying to do like happy birthday banner.
Hmm.
I have some vinyl sticker left over that we can use for like the party hats and stuff. It's gonna be simple. We usually do our parties are normally like just my parents and my sisters and stuff. They're really like low key. They're not super big and extravagant, so
Hmm.
it should be good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So all your kids, they all play Pet Sim?
Yes, they do. They all do. Well, not the 18-year-old, but he plays Deep Woken. But the rest of us, yes, they play Pet Sim. They take my Titanics, take my Huges, everything. Any exclusive eggs that I get, card packs, they're like, I want some, and so we're sharing.
Yeah,
But they do.
one thing that's hard for us is having our kids play Pet Sim. They got us into the game and then they left.
Really?
Yeah. So we'll
They
be like,
moved
"Oh,
on.
come play with us. Let's do the clan battle." Nah.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, no, they still play. I mean, they play a bunch of games. They play Doors. They play everything. Rainbow Friends. They're playing everything. My daughter plays Justin Press, and
Hmm.
they're playing all that stuff. But yeah, they'll play with us on update days. They play Pets Go as well.
Hmm.
But they want everything that mommy has, and like, oh, I want triple dice, or I want this, and I'm like, are you guys really gonna play this for long though? Because they're on it for a few minutes, or when the updates come, and then they're off doing their own things. I'm like, are you sure you want me to get you this Game Pass? Because you're really not gonna play for that long. But yeah, we all play Pet Sim. My husband, everybody. This place, people would walk in here and would think like, I don't know what they would think, because we have like a million. I have my computers with 2 screens set up,
Hmm.
constantly on, and then we have another computer set up with like 8 like windows, and he has his laptop, and the kids are on their iPads, and I'm thinking like, if someone were to come in here, they would be like, what is going on with all these screens on this game? We look
Yeah.
crazy.
That's how it is here. I got a
Yeah.
laptop on my desk that plays Pet Sim. I got
Yeah.
my screen right here that usually has like 4 to 8 accounts on it. Then this screen right here is where I actually like browse the internet and do whatever I want. Then
Yeah.
behind me is my son's computer where he does his Roblox, and then right next to him is my son's PlayStation 5 and his monitor, and they all got tablets. It's just like
Oh
device
my
after
gosh.
device.
Yes, I know. It's like, what is going on? People would come in here think we're crazy, but we have we have to get our pets. We have to get those huges and those coins.
The
I couldn't.
one of the good things though is you could just leave it on and then go do something else. You don't have to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
constantly be here playing the game.
Yeah.
Now if everybody was playing Fortnite all day long, every single screen, then yeah, there's a
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
there.
yeah. Yeah, no. But it gets like we'll go to when we go to Disneyland, and my husband's like he'll check the little bot or whatever that they have that shows if you're online or not. And he's like, oh no, we're not online. So then I'm checking the camera in the house, the blink, and I'm like, it's pointed at, the monitors. I'm like, oh no, they're connected. Like we're like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Because then when you leave, it's like, oh no, did you set the tiny task? Or, you know, it's wasted time, but
Yeah,
we like it. It's fun.
my wife yesterday on the way to the zoo, she looks at her phone and she's like, "I'm not opening cards."
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's just like, because you want to. You want to, it's you're away, so it's something that you can do while you're away, and you come back home to something good,
Hmm.
exciting. But yeah, when it happens, I'm like, oh no, I forgot to set the tiny task. Or oh my goodness,
Yeah,
it
and
was. It's
she was number one on the
crazy.
leaderboard.
Oh
And
wow.
so that amount of time of us not being home and her not opening cards, she went all the way
Y-
down to ninth place.
y- Oh my gosh, I know. See, I would be so upset about that. I'd be like, oh my gosh, yeah. That's what happens. It's sometimes just like, oh my gosh, like why did it disconnect? Or sometimes my Wi-Fi will just go out randomly and I'm like, why? It has never gone out before in the time we leave.
Are you
It
into
goes
clan
out.
battles?
Yeah, we do clan battles. I'm with the NS4R. So
Hmm.
Nixie's clan. So we do our clan battles, and when we do clan battles, it's on 24/7, and that's when we're checking the most, like, oh, you're not on, or oh, this, did it
Hmm.
disconnect? And but I haven't gotten to the I wasn't in the clan battles when they used to be like top 10 and around there, but um I got in, but we still do, like, I don't know, top 50, top 20, top 30. We try
Hmm.
to get to top 10, but you know, it's sometimes hard.
Yeah, these last few battles, especially this last battle, was like crazy. Pay to win.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Did you guys place anywhere good in the last
Um,
battle?
this last battle, we were like right on the line for top 50, but then my wife and I, we just turned our computers off the night before and
Y-
said, I don't care.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
And,
Well, that's
my wife and I are like the ones like, I'm not, it's me, my wife, and a few of the members that are like full in, putting all in all the work.
yes.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
then there's a lot of people who are just like slowly gaining points, and we always
Yeah,
see them in the
yeah.
plaza, and or they're not even logged in, and then we're like, "Come on, you guys," you
Yeah, I
know?
get it. It gets hard. I know sometimes it's like, oh, I have a lot of points. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll let them catch up. But my husband, because he's an officer in that clan, and he's just
Mm,
like, you get your points. But I'm like, I already made points for the whole week. There's people that are not gonna, because sometimes I do want to play something else, or,
yeah.
just let the computer take a break. Sometimes the computer just sounding like we're landing, airplanes over here. So I'm like, oh, I need to turn the computer off for a little bit. But yeah, the clan battles, they're interesting. They're fun. I like them. I do wish that we got a hatching one again. I really like that one. I know everybody complained in the beginning
Hmm.
about the hatching one when we first had the hatching one, but I want another hatching one. I think it would be fun.
Yeah. And one that's hatching in the worlds, not in an event.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, in the worlds, yes.
I don't even
I'm
remember the
ready
last
for
time we had a world clan battle.
I know, I don't know.
It's
I'm
like,
ready for a new world though too.
yeah, it's been what, 60 days since the last
It's
world came
been
out?
a while, yeah. And I don't even know. I was telling my husband too. I was like, well, he was thinking like, oh, are we getting a new world next week? And I'm like, I don't think so, because next week would probably be like a St. Patrick's Day event, because they're not going to do a St. Patrick's Day event on. I think St. Patrick's Day falls on that Saturday, like on the next update. So I'm like, they're not going to do an event on St. Patrick's Day. They would do it before. So I'm assuming we're going to get another event
I feel like a
for
part
St.
three.
Patrick's.
I feel like we're getting a
Do you
part three.
think part three?
I feel like it
Ah,
really
that's
is
what my
going to be a
husband was
part
saying
three.
too. He thinks too. He thinks that there would be, but I don't know. I was saying no because it's St. Patrick's Day. Don't
Hmm.
we usually get like a rainbow or a lucky huge or something? So I
Um,
don't know.
when is
You
St.
don't think
Patrick's Day?
on the 15th or 17th, right? March. So that's what I'm saying. It's when is it? I think it's the 17th. Yes, it's on. I think it's on on that Monday, the 17th. So, um, they would have to do a St. Patrick's Day update on the 8th, I would
Hmm.
assume. Because not on the 15th, because then that would be past St. Patrick's Day. But I don't know. So that's why I'm thinking we're going to get another event next week. That's my
I hope not.
predictions.
It's been looking at the updates. 59 days ago is when Doodle
Mhm.
World was released.
Wow.
2 months.
Yeah. I hope. I know. We need something. I don't know what it could be.
Yeah,
I don't know if
it's
they
an
do a
event
hardcore
every
world
week.
again or
Event
what.
every week. It's I'm getting tired of all these events.
Yeah.
I want to the game mechanics to get better, new stuff put into the game and,
Mhm.
because for the last 2 months this game has been Pet Simulator 15, not Pet Simulator 99.
I know it is. It has been. And yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know. The only thing they do, if they don't do an event and they give us a world, they can open up that gate again. Because isn't that where we did the event last year?
Yes.
Or where did we do?
It was in
Yeah,
the
in the
spawn
little
world.
gate and it went up the rainbow.
Mhm.
That's the only thing. If they don't make it an event, they can make it, the rainbow and then give us a world. Hopefully, something. Yeah, but
I
we'll
hope so.
see.
I just hope it's not another event.
I know. We'll
I,
see. We'll see.
I'm part of the testing for big
Uh-huh.
games, and in there we have a suggestion area where we could give suggestions for anything. New worlds,
Yeah.
new enchants, new this, new that. And I've been giving them a lot of ideas for new worlds. Um,
Oh, good.
and one world that I suggested I think would be really cool would be it's like a reference to GameStop. It'll be called Pet Stop. And
Okay.
every zone there'll be like not a mini game but like an arcade game, and you go there and
Mhm.
play the arcade games, and the breakables they give you tokens to use on the arcade games, and each
Okay.
arcade game has its own huge pet reward. And then you also get tickets when you play these games, and these tickets would be used for the raffle for a Titanic gamer Shiba.
Oh, how cool. Yes. That would
So
be good.
that is an idea that does kind of sound like an event, but could also be a world. I also gave
Yeah,
them
no.
event ideas as well.
Yeah, no, that would be good because it just keeps you, interactive. There's stuff to do, not just, AFK all the time because you're playing the little mini games and stuff like
Hmm.
that. It would be good. My husband actually is a tester as well. So sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, what's happening?"
Who's your
He
husband?
gets nervous to tell me because I can't say anything, and that's why I haven't really been making any of the like pre-update videos either because I don't want people to think that I'm getting insider information or anything. But so I haven't been making any of that because before it was pure guesses,
Hmm.
but now you know now I kind of know, so it's kind of taken away from the fun of that. But
And who's your husband?
he's Ezra. Well, I don't know his thing. It's Ezra. HWR RNG. I think is his tester one. Pablo.
Discord name.
Yeah, it's as
Oh, that's
Ezra
the.
HWR. His Discord.
Oh, because I
Yeah.
remember I was when you were talking about your balloon, your red balloon cat.
Hmm.
I went in the testing server and was DMing, not DMing, but replying to one of the devs about it, seeing if they could find it. And
Mm.
then someone said her husband is a tester, and I was like, "Who's her husband?" And nobody told me.
Oh. Yeah. No, he's in there. It's yeah. I think he put his alt in because before it was his main, and then I think he uses his alt now. So I don't know. But
Mhm.
it's Ezra. Is like the main gist of the name, but he goes in there usually at night when we're asleep because I think that's when you guys get pinged, right? He's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, they pinged me like at 12 o'clock at least here it's like midnight," and he'll go and he'll test it. But yeah, he does that, and so that, it's fun. I don't know if he's been suggesting things. I let him do his own thing with that. But
Yeah, he
yeah,
doesn't
I
talk
hope.
much.
Okay.
Honestly,
He's probably.
I didn't even know that name was in this server because I rarely ever I've never seen him talk in the server.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to tell him. I know he goes on. He just goes on at night, I think, or I don't
Hmm.
even know if when he goes, but
Yeah,
I know
usually
it's
like
always
two
late. He's
o'clock
like,
in the
"Oh,
morning.
they had me test," and I'm like, "When?" Like, cause but yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually up like on Friday nights. Well, Friday mornings. It'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm there waiting for a test to drop.
Oh my gosh.
You know, we're not testing like every day, all
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah.
It's usually like within like 12 hours before the update drops is
Mm,
when we're actually testing the update.
yeah. Yeah, but so early in the morning, you don't wait, do you get to sleep in?
No, no, not with
No,
6 kids.
you just never sleep. You're just used to never sleeping.
I'm used to getting like
Uh,
4 hours a night.
Okay. Yes. I was on that when the twins were babies. I thought, "Oh my gosh, how am I, when will this ever end?" But no, now they sleep through the night. So
Hmm.
I'm getting my sleep in. I mean, usually I'll take the time though, like in the middle of the night I'm scrolling on the phone because that's like my me time uninterrupted.
Hmm.
But then yeah, I'll regret it in the morning when it's, 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and they're like, "Wake up! It's time for this and that." Or so yeah.
Yeah, I went to sleep probably around 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh
Woke
my
up at
gosh.
8 o'clock because of my son.
Um, oh my
And
gosh. How do you drink a lot of coffee, energy drinks, or you're just
yes, I do.
yes, okay.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I couldn't.
I drink a lot of espresso.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
when I started calling you, I look at my cup and I'm like, oh, I forgot to make my coffee right before the
Oh
podcast.
no. Oh no. You should have made it. You should have
Yeah.
made it. I know.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
always
get
have a
any
coffee when
yesterday.
I'm sitting here doing a podcast.
Yeah.
But I got
I
water.
was supposed Oh, good. I got water too, I know. I was supposed to get coffee yesterday, but I just forgot. I just so many things on my mind, especially because the birthday. I'm just trying to get the birthday, the birthday, the birthday. And so I was supposed to get my Cafe Bustelo and get my coffee, but I
Hmm.
forgot it. So yeah, I'm just drinking water today, but I'm gonna need some coffee or something to start getting the rest of this stuff ready.
Now, when you do
It's three.
the parties, do you is the setup completely a surprise, or do they help you?
They help me because we're here painting and stuff, and they want to paint, and I'm trying to like, oh well, because I do want to make it look decent as well. And these kids, they're little, so they're
Hmm.
they're painting and they're painting all crazy and all which ways. So I will let them help, with like the smaller things, or let them paint some of it, knowing that I'm gonna probably fix it in a little bit. But they do want to help. With it just so hard for it being a surprise when he wants all these like crazy things. Like they never just want like, "Oh, can I have a dino birthday party?" It's always like, "Oh, can I have rainbow friends or doors or a gorilla tag?" He was, really into. And so all these things, at the time when he's into them, they don't have like, I just can't go to Party City or Walmart and buy the birthday supplies. It's all like I have to make it and buy all this cardboard and these foam boards and I'm tracing things from the projector onto the board, and
Hmm.
it's a lot of work. I'm like, where are the days when my parents used to just throw me whatever happy birthday generic stuff. It wasn't like, what is your theme gonna be? Now it's always like, well, what is your theme? What do you want? And yeah, it gets crazy, but they love it.
Yeah.
It's exciting for them when they see it, and they're like, "Oh, mommy, you're so creative." Or they'll call me Linty now, which is so
Yeah.
embarrassing. They're like, we're in Target, and they're like, "Hey, Linty," and I'm like, "Can you not do that? Like, that's so not that people are gonna know me or anything, but it's just like so like weird. Like, hey, Linty," and I'm like, "You guys, yeah."
Where'd that
But
name come
it's
from?
fun. Just because of like my little avatars, like like a plushie, like a yarn plushie, and so like the sweater material, it gets
Mm,
linty, and so
that's
that's where we
creative.
got it from.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was looking at your avatar when you first got in, and you're reminds me of like what's his name? Sock Boy, the PlayStation game.
Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
you're
know.
kind of
And
like that.
yeah, it's like and Yoshi. Well, because we're like big Nintendo people, so like Yoshi's Woolly World and stuff. So that's
Hmm.
where like that kind of came about as well. Um, because I love that game. We're big Nintendo Mario players. So the Yoshi's Woolly World, he's all like knitted and
Hmm.
sweater like. So
Yeah,
that's where
it's
that came from.
so similar to like Paper Mario, but all yarn.
Yes. Paper Mario is so hard. I do not. That's the only Mario game that I do not like. I do not like. My son loves that game. My older son, he loves Paper Mario. I cannot. Paper Mario with all the little fightings and like, I can't. No, I can't. What is it? Mario Galaxy?
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite one. Or Mario Odyssey. Galaxy, I love, and the Odyssey I love, but no, any Paper Mario, I can't.
You
Too much
ever?
of the little fighting scenes. You gotta stomp everybody out and use different techniques, and I can't. I like simple. I'm not good at games that are like you have to like use actual like strategy and stuff and
Hmm.
use different. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, the kids here they were never really into Nintendo. They all had the
Really?
they all had the Nintendo Switch, and we had the big one where we hook it up to the TV. We had all that,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they're not really into it. They prefer their tablets or computer or PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh, we have it all. We have Xbox, PlayStation, Switches. We have it all. So they're everywhere playing everything. But it's just my oldest, he had the Wii, all those things when
Hmm.
it first came out. And yeah, now he's more on like, oh, I need a gaming computer. My dad just bought him one for his graduation last year. It was like $4,000. I'm like, what do you
Wow.
need? What do you need all this for? But he talks in his whatever computer talk. Oh, I need this because I need to run on this. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Fine, it's whatever. I don't see how it makes your game any better, but I guess for him, he knows the difference.
Yeah,
He can tell. He's always on Fortnite or not was it Rivals? Marvels? Is it Marvels Rivals or something?
might be
I don't know
Marvel.
the new game. Yeah. He plays that game and then like I said on Roblox, he's like really big on Deep Woken, which I don't know what it is, but some game he plays and like I guess it doesn't save your progress or something. If you die, you have to start all over. So I know,
Oh wow.
oh my gosh, at times when I've like reset the Wi-Fi or something and I don't ask him, he has he has got so upset. And he's like, you know that I can't, I have to start all over. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah,
It's
it's
like
crazy.
back then when someone would answer the phone when you're
Oh
online.
yes. On AOL, yes, my dial-up. Or I'd hear my mom. I'd go in to log in on AOL, and I hear my mom talking, and she's like, "What are you doing? I'm on the phone." Oh my gosh, yes. These kids will never. They will never know the struggle. My
Yeah,
kids are in the car. They're like, "Connect me to the Wi-Fi." Imagine when we were,
yeah.
little. Connect me to the Wi-Fi while we're driving. You crazy?
I'm bored.
It's
Look out the
crazy.
window.
Exactly. I don't know what we did, fighting with my sisters in the backseat. I don't even know what we did. We used to take long trips. Like, we've always lived in California because my dad was a Marine, and so we were based out here forever.
Hmm.
But we're originally from. Well, I was born in New Jersey, and so my parents, my grandparents and stuff lived in New Jersey and in Florida. So we would drive because my dad back then making nothing, and having three kids and stuff. And so we would drive from California to New Jersey. And I don't even know. I try to think like, what were we doing back then to drive? That was like a 4-day trip. What were me and my sisters, how did we entertain ourselves? Because these kids can't even take a trip to Walmart without, well, connect me to the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, you guys, it's literally 5 minutes away. We don't need our iPads. So
Yeah,
it's crazy.
probably just nap. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what we did
No,
was
no
nap.
naps. Yeah, I know, nap. Probably. Probably. Yeah, no, I can't have my kids take naps. Once they take naps, forget it. They're up for the whole night.
Hmm.
That's the one thing. That's why we do take the iPads with us, especially like when we go to Disneyland and stuff, because that drive home, sometimes there'll be traffic and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's, 6, 7 at night. And if they fall asleep, even for 5 minutes, they are reset for a whole, 5 hours. And I'm not trying to be up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
So
they definitely need a screen in front of them at all times.
to keep them awake, yes.
Yeah.
If not, yeah, no,
So,
we try to do other things, but
mhm.
they love their iPads.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the kids into sports. I bought a bunch of tennis rackets and tennis balls, brought them to the tennis court,
Hmm.
and I bought soccer balls, basketballs. They love basketball. And
Uh-huh.
my daughter, she wants to join the soccer team next year.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them into sports so they could get out of the house.
Yeah, no, I know. For real, I know. I tell them all the time, like, because we used to, it's just like the things that we used to do when we were little. Like, we would just be out at the park
Hmm.
and, just hanging out with everybody. And now you don't see the kids like hanging out and riding around and all that stuff. At least not here. There's not that many. It's just like it's sad. I wish they would go out and play more. But my kids are like, there's a bug, and then they start running. Or oh, it's too hot. Let's go back inside. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys, relax. It's okay. Like any little thing.
Yeah, I
They just
remember. I remember when I brought them to play tennis the first time. Like we were there for 10 minutes and
um
they're all on the ground just breathing and their face is
dying,
all
right?
red and I'm over here like, "Come on. I barely even
Yes,
broke a sweat."
exactly. I know these kids are like, when are we going home? I'm like, what do you mean? We just got here. Let's play. It's too hot. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. We spoil these kids too much. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. They're
Yeah.
yeah.
We give them too much time on the screens. That's why
Too
they say
much
it's bad.
everything. Yes, my kids, they go, we go to Disneyland often, but I always tell them like there's grown adults, there's one of my friends that I had since I was little, she had never been to Disneyland until,
Hmm.
we took her as teenagers or whatever. I'm like, not everybody gets to come here like it's, like it's Target. You get because they're often so they're just so like unamused by things. Like it's just like, oh yeah, we went, here, and I'm like, you guys, not everybody gets to do this. You guys should appreciate what we're doing. And because not even I went to Disneyland as often as I do. Like we would go, maybe once a year or whatever. My dad would take us when we were kids. We would, that'd be like our yearly thing. But these kids are going like they're just going to the local Target and they're just, oh, okay. Can we go to Disneyland today? And I'm like, you guys, it costs some money.
A
But
lot of money.
yes, that's my own fault. I spoil them, and then it's my fault.
Yeah, we have a theme park 10 minutes from the house.
Oh
And
wow!
and when we bring them there, they're always like, "Oh, let's go there, let's go there, let's go there." And then we bring them there and all they want to do is swim in the pool.
Oh my goodness!
They just do want to do
Wow.
water parks. They don't want to do
Yeah,
rides.
yeah.
My son
Oh my
is
god!
terrified of rides.
Really?
Yeah, one year he was like, "I'm gonna go on a roller coaster so I could stop being scared of roller coasters." We got in line and he got out.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, no, I can't do the roller coaster thing. I used to when I was younger, but now since I'm an old lady, I just get so nervous. Like I see all the is my thing gonna unlock? My belt gonna unlock? Like all these horrible things. I can't. I can't. I used to go on with my dad all the time because my dad had only girls, and I was the oldest girl, so I would be the one stuck with doing all the adventurous things with him.
Hmm.
Um, but now I'm like, I'm not gonna go. I'll go on the Disney little rides, but I don't do roller coasters anymore. I'm too scared. Too scared. Too much internet, I guess. Back then we didn't have all the horror videos of roller coasters and stuff, mishaps. And so now I do, and now oh no, I'll skip it. Like especially like at the fair and stuff. No, no,
Yeah.
no. I don't do any fair rides because I'm like, if I could find that thing on the freeway, if that ride is on the freeway and that's how I got here, no, I'm not riding it. I can't. I
Yeah, there's a
can't.
lot of videos recently of rides breaking down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do not the fair rides. I mean, I'll do like little stuff that's on the ground, but not if it's like going in the air, those twisty, turny things that spin you in
Hmm.
circles. No, no, thank you. I will. I'll just watch. I'll watch.
That's how I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair rides because, you're constantly building, taking down.
Exactly. Exactly. That's
Y-
what I'm saying. Like, no, the bolt could have fell on the freeway while it was coming over here, and you don't even notice. No, I'm okay with the fair rides. I'll play
Yeah,
the
not
games.
for
I'll eat the
me.
food, but I'm not going on.
The carnival foods are good.
Yes, yes, they are. There's so much food, but we'll see. I don't know if we're gonna go this year. It gets what time? What, May, March? I think ours comes like in June. We have the
Hmm.
Del Mar Fair that comes, but it gets so hot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna. I haven't really been to the fair with these guys because, like I said, they get so tired so quickly, especially when it's hot like that, and they're gonna be like, "Can you pick me up? Can you carry me?" And like, you guys are like 50 years old. I'm not carrying you. Like it's too much, you know? They're heavy. They're long and stuff. Even though they're little, they're just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and
No
also
one's
you got to keep
carrying
track
me.
of all of them too.
Yes, it is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. That I'm so all the time. Where's Elsie? Where's this? Where's Aaron? Like, even though they're like literally right behind me, but they just go they move so quickly. You
Hmm.
just never know, you know.
Yeah,
So
and I'm
many children.
I'm the protective dad, so like I'm always like a watchdog. I'm just making sure all the
Mm,
kids are okay. I'm watching around the people, and then I'm like watching the kids, constantly
yes.
just like kids, people, kids, people, kids, people.
Hmm. And I'm always watching other people's kids too. And like I'm like at Disneyland and stuff, and I'm like, oh, where's this kid's parents? Like, you know what I mean? I'll see
Yeah.
kids like, you know, or what they're doing something. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is this kid doing this? And I'm like watching them, or it gets, yeah, when you're like that protective parent, it gets
Hmm.
to be crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah, I find
you know,
myself
where's
saving
everybody?
kids.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or when we go to the park and all the kids and they're coming to me and I'm like, where's your parents? They're like, "Oh, can you push me?" And so and then these days it's just like, you know, you have to be so careful because, you know, and I'm just like, "Oh, I don't want anybody to get hurt. Push me or can you?" And I'm sure, you know, just it gets crazy. I don't know how I become the park parent and everybody else is just chilling. And
The
I'm like,
park babysitter.
I couldn't do that. Yeah. I could not have like just be there like on my phone while the kids are just running around playing. I literally have to be like everywhere they are.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
And growing up, that's not how
I
that's not how
know.
my parents did it with me. Like
I know. Yeah.
I would go out early in the morning, be back right before nighttime, and my parents are like
Yes.
in the kitchen doing their own thing, and I'm like, "Hi, I'm home."
Yeah. I think that's why the way we are, like, I think that's why that we do the things that we do is because we know that when we were that age, we were just running free around
Hmm.
and, you know, but now it's just like, no, you're not going to do that. Or, you know, it's crazy. I'm just, oh, no, you can stay with mommy or I can't. I'm just so protective over them, but
Yeah, I'll
I
see
know I
my
have
kids
to.
doing things I used to do, and I'm like, "Don't do that."
Yes, I know. I know. I was telling my kids too. We used to slope. We used to go down a hill, like a dirt hill, on a
Hmm.
cardboard box, and I'm like, and we were little, like little. I was probably like 8, 9 years old. I could not imagine seeing my kids go down a huge hill on a cardboard box. I would be like, oh my God, you're gonna break your arm or break your leg. But no, we were like, all of us, all the neighborhood kids were on those cardboard boxes, and we were sliding down the hill, the
Hmm.
dirt hill, and we had no care in the world. But yeah, I couldn't not. I would be like, no. If they do anything, they'll be running around in a circle, and I'm like, you guys, you're gonna run into each other. Like it's too. the things that I was doing, I nearly died. These kids are just running around in the house, and I'm like, please, please don't hurt yourself, yourself.
I used to roll down a hill in a big tractor
Oh,
tire.
oh my gosh.
I
See?
would
Could you
never let
imagine
my
your
kids
kids
do
do
that.
that? Yeah,
Never.
exactly. Exactly. I know.
A
We're
big tractor
crazy.
tire, you lay inside, and it just rolls around, and you're just going rolling and rolling and rolling,
Yeah.
hoping you don't crash into a tree.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we used to do all those things. Like this hill was big and
Yeah.
it was a dirt hill because military housing. I guess they just didn't care about landscaping, but it was just, we would all just get a cardboard box and we're just sliding down all of one by one and not anybody's parents are out. We're just all just, you know,
hmm
sliding down this hill being crazy, but it's different times, I guess. Different
Yeah,
times.
it really is. Really is. And, you know, we kind of do it to our kids.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
do,
We do.
sadly.
We do. We gotta let them go. My dad always like, oh, let them do this. And I'm like, no, like you gotta let them because then, they're gonna depend on you forever. But that's okay. That's what I'm here for. I don't ever want them to leave. That's what
Yeah.
I'm here for. But I know they have to live their own lives. My 18-year-old, he wants to go to this Rolling Loud concert, which is basically a big rap concert. And
hmm
I'm just like, I don't know. It would be his first time like going to a show like without me.
Is
But
it one of those
he's
shows where it's like a
18.
bunch of artists?
Yeah, so it's like a Coachella type thing, and I'm like, I usually let him go to shows when it's like a seated, like we have our own seats and stuff. I don't
hmm
like that open crowd, no seat thing. But
Crowd
I
surfing.
might, yeah, no, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. I get so nervous for him. I get so nervous just because he doesn't. These kids they're spoiled and they're sheltered, and so he doesn't really know like the things that could happen. I went to a concert that was like that, and me and my sisters got squished, and we were at a military event, and my dad was
hmm
there fighting people off of us, but like I'm not there, What if something like that happens to him and I'm not there? But he wants to go with his friends, and so I think I'm gonna let him go. I think it's next week or something, March 16th or something like that. A bunch of artists are gonna be there, and it's in LA, so we'll
Have you ever
see.
been into? You've been to stuff like that
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I have.
without
I
your
have.
father?
Yeah, but see, times are different. Yes, I went to like Drake shows and like all these concerts. By myself. Or I was a big like NSYNC fan when the boy bands were out. But that like I
hmm
went with my mom and my sisters and stuff. But yes, when I was 18, 19, all that stuff, I was going to these concerts. But I feel like I think that we were more street smart than the kids are
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
it's just like I'm like, I would know what to do, or I know this and that, and he's just like, sometimes when we take him to school, he'd be like, "Oh, is this the same way we're going?" And I'm like, "Ryan, we've been going the same way to school for the last 4 years. Like, that's what makes me nervous." Like he's like, "Oh, are we taking a new way to school?" I'm like,
My kids are the same
"Child,
way.
really? Oh
Yes.
my gosh." I guess, yeah, it must be these 2000s.
Yeah.
These 2000 kids, because yeah, I'm like, Ryan, what do you mean? Or like he just, when he started to drive too, he didn't really want to drive right away. And I'm like
hmm
thinking like when I was 15, no, I wanted my permit right away. As soon as I turned 15 and a half, I was driving and doing all that stuff. And he, took his time. He just got his license when he was 17. And so I was like, no, I had a job that, by 16, I was working at Baby Gap and I was driving all around, and
hmm
it's just,
And I bet you knew
it's
every back
different.
road.
Yes. Yes. I was not, my MapQuest, printed out my MapQuest because we didn't have, all that on our Nokia phones. We didn't have GPS
hmm
and all that stuff. And, we were just driving around, and now, yeah, now he's like, oh, I got to set up my map. And I'm like, Ryan, like, you need to try to learn to, get around without the maps all the time and relying on it. But Yeah, the kids are different now. We're from the 1900s, is what my oldest says. I'm not from the 1900s. Like,
My kids say the same thing.
thanks.
You're from the 1900s.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. He's like, I'm not from the 1900s. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. We're literally the old people now, which is so crazy. I tell my parents we're like peers, and I'm like, oh my God, mom, I'm like your peer now, because I'm gonna be 39 next week, and my mom is six. She'll be 69. Yeah, 69. And
Hmm.
so I'm like, no, not 69. Oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me. 59.
Oh, 59. Wow.
She's all 20 years difference. Holy moly, yeah. She's 20 years difference. She would kill me if she heard that. I said, hold her 69. But I'm like, we're like basically peers because what's 40 to 50? That's nothing. Like,
Yeah.
she's my peer now. She's not my mom. We can go do bingo together. It's like so bad. I don't know. My age is old, but I still feel you know, like I'm not an adult yet.
Yeah.
It's just like so weird. My
Yeah.
dad still buys me things. My dad still buys me some Robux sometimes. I'm like, he'll be like, Dad, are you going to sponsor a video? That's what I say. Are you going to sponsor my video? And he'll give me Robux. But, he's got the money now. He's a retired Marine. He only has my
Mm.
mom and him and all of us. And so he's spoiling us. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Daddy's girls. So yeah. I'm like, oh, Dad. And sometimes that's when my husband will be like, I'm gonna tell your dad that you're buying Robux. I'm like, no, don't tell my dad. I'm gonna be 39 years old and I'm over here. Don't tell my dad.
You got to bring
It's
your dad
gracious.
on for a video.
I know. Oh my gosh. No, my dad. I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. I don't think I did. I think I was going to. They did that video that I did with my niece.
Hmm.
That we were like trying to guess, kind of like what is that game called? Called the little game where you like have to do the pegs, mastermind or something, and then you have to like match them up to the same thing. So
Oh,
we
I
did
don't
that with
know.
the Pet Simulator figures and stuff, and I think he was in it too because he's like, "Oh my God, you guys can't figure it out," and then he thinks he knows everything, and so he went and he tried to do it, and he kept getting it wrong. But I don't think I ever posted that one. But yeah, he was. I'll have
Does
to
he
bring
play
him
Pet
on.
Sim?
No, he doesn't play anything. He's more into the watching his TV, his drama,
Mm.
his love islands and dating shows and all these stuff that he watches
Oh
on
no.
online. Yeah. He's an old man watching all these dating shows. And he's into sports a lot
Old
and all that
military
stuff.
man.
Yes. He's a old military man talking about his old military things. He's gonna be one of those guys that you see with their veteran hat on, and he's like, "Oh, back in my day." Uh, he is. He is. He tells us all his stories and stuff. He's been to war a bunch of times, and so
Hmm.
back then, he wouldn't tell us about it because obviously, it would freak my mom out and stuff. But now, as adults, and that he's out of the Marines, he tells us like, "Oh, a plane, a helicopter almost landed on my head and all this stuff," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" Like all these crazy things this poor man
Yeah.
has dealt with. But no, he's crazy. He's got a lot of grandkids that he spoils.
Hmm.
It was we were a family of 5, and I think we're like a family of 18 or 20. And so
Wow.
from us, just being a family of 5 to us growing to be so much, it's fun for them, I think. And they do a lot of things for my kids that I'm like, okay, I would have got in trouble if I did that, or you know what I mean? Like you were not that nice to me buying them stuff and all that. Don't let them cry. Just get it for them. Just get it for them. And I'm like, okay. But when I wanted something, it was not
Yeah.
like, oh, just so we get on them with that. But
Yeah, we'll probably do the same thing for our grandkids.
I know. Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's
I'm
just
uh
like, oh my gosh.
I'm one of 3 boys,
Oh,
and
wow.
my brother, he also has 6 kids, and my other brother, he has 3.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so my
That's a
parents got a lot
big,
of grandkids.
yeah. How does a Christmas go? You guys all get stuff for each of the kids?
Actually, uh we all do our Christmas separately.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we'll do it with our family here at the house. My brother will do his
Mhm.
with his, and then the other brother, the one with three usually would invite my parents, but they live in Brazil now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I haven't seen my parents in over 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they've been over there for a while. They got their citizenship and their retirement and all that, so they moved over there, and I'm taking care of their stuff here.
Oh, very, yeah, that's good. It's good for
Yeah,
them. Yeah, that's, you guys haven't been over there to like visit, or do you guys plan on going to visit ever?
I haven't been to Brazil since 2011,
Oh,
2010.
wow.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been over there. I do want to go back. I've been
Yeah.
thinking about it a lot lately. Life over there is a lot slower.
Really?
Yeah, over here,
Yeah.
days go by quick. Like,
Uh-huh.
today's Tuesday, and it felt like it was Tuesday 2 days ago.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, and over
It
there,
has.
I was there for 6 months, and it felt like I was there for 6 years.
Oh my God. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Depends on like,
It depends. Some days were
yeah.
good. Most days were good. Some days were like really boring, nothing to do.
Yeah.
And then, I'm more of an outdoors person. So in Brazil, I'm usually going to the farms and going fishing and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God.
yeah, Brazil has a lot of outdoor stuff to do, but indoor stuff, not really much.
Oh my God. You see that? Someone just got a Titanic card from Brazil. How weird is that?
Oh, they did.
Are your parents? Are your parents playing?
I
Oh
think
my
my mom
goodness.
would
That's
love
so
this game.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh
she would
my.
love this game.
Yeah, my parents, they don't, they're, I don't, they're just, I always thought like, I'm not going to let myself not know technology and stuff, but I'm there, like, because they're always calling me for like the simplest things on their phones. And I'm
Hmm.
just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, they would get so lost playing Roblox. I mean, my mom tries to play Roblox with the kids. Like they'll play Brookhaven and they'll role play and stuff. But
Hmm.
if it gets to like actual like game stuff that you have to, have a task, I don't think they would be able to do it. They just get to like, oh, I don't know how to do this. But yeah,
Do
that's
your kids have their own channels?
they do, but they're like only like their cousins follow them on there. They,
Hmm.
post like little things here and there. They're not too much. Every little kid wants to do YouTube and stuff like that, and so they make their little videos, and I let them. And I always tell them like, oh, I'll help you edit if you need to edit. But my 6-year-old, he's pretty good with like making, editing, or he'll make like little animations and stuff, and he's really good at it, like really
Hmm.
good at it. Um, and so, he wants to do his own thing, but then he gets discouraged when he doesn't get views. But I always tell him like, don't get views either, mommy, mommy doesn't always get views. Mommy's views have been bad lately. Like, that one time when we did the viral videos, and I thought, oh yeah, this is gonna be something we can upkeep. I was like, I'm gonna, I think we were getting like, I don't know, our what is the 48 hours was like over like 2 million. I'm like, okay, I just need to make sure that I keep 500K in the 48 hours views, and then reality hit. And then after those viral videos, it was, I was getting like, I don't know, 100, $200 from YouTube a month. It
Hmm.
was never the same. But yeah, I made like $5,000 off those second videos. So that's how I was
Wow.
like, oh, okay. Your girl can do this. I'm staying at home anyway with the kids. And no, it didn't work out that well. YouTube is hard, I feel.
It
Like, I don't
is.
know. I mean, I got my, even with TikTok, I have my bigger following on there.
Hmm.
But with YouTube, like anything I do, I always try like different things. Like, oh, let me do shorts, let me do long form, let me, put my face in it and see if that helps. But no, they just flop on there. I will never make another 5,000 on you. Well, maybe one day. Maybe
One
one
day.
day. But yeah. No, they have their own channels, but it's just very, little stuff that they share with their cousins and stuff. Nothing big yet.
Did you
But
start TikTok first or YouTube?
I started them both at the same time.
Hmm.
Because I just said, well, why not? Let me post on all of them. And then they all kind of like blew up from the my name is Cheeky. I don't know if you remember that, but
No.
from the Debillions. Yeah, it was like this little like viral situation in 2020. And so that's where it happened.
So you
And that's
started
where
TikTok and YouTube back in 2020? Wow.
yeah, in 2020. And then I didn't really post like every day. It was just like whatever. And then, like I said, when we started playing Pet Sim more, that's when I was like, okay, well, let's, record and post and do the updates and all that stuff. And so that's when we started like really doing it like daily or, a couple times a week we would make videos and post about it. But that's where it started from the Debillions. The little kids, a preschool brain rot is what they call it now.
Yeah.
And so now that, my people that watch my videos, my old videos, are like, oh my God, Linty, like, what were you doing? Like, all this brain rot. I was like, well, the brain rot got me $5,000 from sitting at home, playing around. So,
yeah,
trying, you can
seems
make
like,
it at home. Why not?
It seems like the brain rot videos are the ones that always do good.
Exactly. They do.
And that's sad.
It's just like, oh my gosh, I know, but you never know. Like, it just like, I don't know. It's crazy. I thought I was going to be able to keep up with my YouTube life, but it is hard. It just, there's so many people, like even when I go for information, I go to Night Fox, I go to Numerous, like, all those things. It's like, those are the people. Oh, you hatch some huges?
Yeah. I've been collecting them while we're recording.
I've been doing so bad. But yeah, I go to them for my pet sim information. Like, so everybody else is too. So it's kind of hard to compete, with them. They're so already, established and they're the pet. That's who you go to for pets and stuff. You go to Night Fox, you go to Numerous, they're just
and they're very helpful too.
LCLC, yeah, all of them. So it's just like, it's hard to compete and to post videos too when they have all the information already. Even I'm watching them, so it's just like, well, who's gonna watch me when I'm watching them? But it's fun. It's just something that we do now. It's not anything that I'm doing for like money. It's just we post here and there, and if something gets viral or goes big, then it does. But a lot of it's just for fun. A lot of the kids that play with us are like, I wish my mom would play with me or, stuff like that. That's what I do this for because there are parents that don't play. They're not because they don't love their kids or whatever, but they're busy. They have, to work. I'm fortunate that I can stay home with my kids and play, Roblox and stuff. And so, I like doing it for those kids, playing with those kids or giving, the kids that can't get game passes, I'll give them huges or, whatever they need to do to get to advance in the game. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for sharing and caring and, just making sure, a lot of these kids come to me like, oh, I just passed my driver's test or, oh, I got an A on this in my class or like they share these things with me. I had one of my girls, Jordan, she, sent me a voice message and she's just like, oh my gosh, I got my first home run and this, and I just wanted to tell you. And those things are like so sweet to me. Like that's why I love doing this and playing this game and stuff because things like that, like they want to share that with me. They think that I'm special enough to share like one of their moments with me. And so, this is why I play. This is why I continue to play and to, make videos and stuff for the kids that maybe, need an adult in their life or maybe they don't want to share it with their parents or something and they can share it with me and it's a safe space and all of that. So that's why I keep on really doing my videos and stuff.
That's really nice.
So, I love to be here for them because I would want that for my kids. I don't there's just so many creepy things that go on the internet and so even now I tell them like you guys even though you trust me like don't trust people still you guys got to be careful. There's a lot of just to have be that voice of reason because you don't listen to your parents sometimes. You just you'd rather hear it from someone else, which is crazy, but that's how kids work. So to be, you know, a positive person
Yeah,
in the game and outside of the game.
we had this feature in our Discord where if a kid wanted to talk about something with an adult but didn't want to talk to their
Mm,
parents, they could just make a
yeah.
ticket in our Discord and then one of the staff members would talk to them about it.
Oh,
but
yes. I think
then
I remember seeing that. Uh-huh.
but then it got to a point where it was like situations where we're not licensed to talk to
Yeah.
kids about
Too
it,
deep
so
stuff.
I had to close
Uh-huh.
it down. And
Oh.
God forbid something happens, and then
Yeah, yeah. And
they
then,
come
yeah.
after us. So
Yeah.
I had to
I
close
get
that
it.
down.
But isn't it? It's sad though, the things that, you know what I mean? Like you don't, it's that you don't realize that so many other kids are going through, or like, you know, that's what I just like to be. Like for me, this is a game. You know, when I lose pets or whatever, if I give pets away, sometimes my husband's like, why did you give all those things away? He's into trading. He likes to trade. He likes
Hmm.
to, you know, make his a diamond, make his money, flip things. Like he's into all that.
Yeah.
You know, collecting and all that. But I'm just like, whatever, like, you know, he's like, why'd you do that rainbow shiny for 1 million when you could have got 30 million? And I'm just like, you know, what, it's whatever to me. It's just, you know, for the kids to be happy, they like it, you know, whatever, brighten someone's day, I
Yeah.
can get it back. It's just, to me, it's just a game. So that's, you know, what it's all about for me, and why I play and keep playing, just to, you know, make other people happy. And I know everybody's always asking for signs and stuff, and I feel so bad. I run out and I'm just
Hmm.
like, you know, I can't sign, or I sign everything, which my husband, he's like, why are you signing a stat pet? But if that's all that they have, like, you know, who am I to say? Like, I just, I don't know. I'm just here for the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of streaming too, right?
I do. Yeah. Well,
You
I
do a
used
lot of
to do a
giveaway
lot. We've
streams.
cut it down. We just do mostly Pets Go on Friday, and then on Saturday we'll do Pet Simulator. Um, I just cut it down because, yeah, we do a lot of giveaways, and so then I run out of pets, and to replenish. Lately, I haven't been able to replenish because of the events. You know,
Hmm.
usually when we're in a regular world, you know, all my accounts are hatching huges, but like with something like this, it's a little bit harder to hatch huges and replenish and everything
Yeah.
to give it out. But yeah.
Yeah. The way I found I was able to talk to you was on your Pets Go stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went on your Pets Go stream, and that's how I asked you to come onto the podcast.
Oh,
And that
it
was,
was on
what was it?
YouTube.
Yeah, it was on YouTube,
Okay.
and it was during the first Valentine's event for Pets Go,
Okay.
the first one, and you were
Yeah.
opening a ton of potion bags,
Mm,
and
yes.
you were saying, "Oh, I love these things. I'm going to keep opening these." And then I find out 2 days later the reason you were liking them so much was because you were getting so many of the Luck 4 potions.
Yeah.
And then the market for the Luck 4 potions went from like 20,000 each down to 1,000 each.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, those are good. They were, yeah, that was, yeah, there was so much stuff in there. There was so many potions. There was, I think, God potions in there too.
Hmm.
And I had like 14,000, and I was like, yep, I'm going to open all these. I'm going to open them all. And so that's what I was trying to open them all and get all the good stuff, because the God potions lately have been doing pretty decent for me.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I'll get like, I don't know, 10 or 20, and I can maybe get like, I don't know, 6, 7 huges out of it, which is not
Hmm.
so bad. But before it was not doing so well. But now, for whatever reason, I don't know if they buffed it a little. Excuse me, but yeah, they were doing good. So I'm like, I still haven't gotten a Titanic in Petsco. That's my goal.
Hmm.
Trying to get that Titanic. I was opening a bunch of those cow presents, but I didn't. I got the king pig or whatever it is, but no king cow yet. I'm trying to get my Titanic in Petsco. That's my goal for Petsco.
Yeah, I tried so hard for that Titanic agony, the shattered
Real
heart in the
oh,
storm,
mm-hmm.
and I did not
Yeah,
get it.
no.
I was so sad.
My luck in Petsco is not very good, but I mean, Lately in Pet Sim, it's been really good. I've been hatching a lot of Titanics. I hatched the prototype. I hatched the Titanic butterfly recently.
Mhm.
I've been gambling a little, and it's been paying off. But now I need a gargantuan. My partner eggs have been trash these last few times. So whoever does partner eggs, put that partner luck or whatever everybody says we have and boost mine because I usually get like, I don't know, 4 to 5 huges.
Mhm.
And the last 2 times I've gotten like 1 or 2 huges from 200 eggs. And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, a lot of people say partner luck, partner luck. There is no such thing
I
as partner
know,
luck.
I know. I always feel so bad. They always say, "Oh, it's because you have partner luck," and I'm like, it's not real." But I can see how they think that. But I'm just like, you guys, I wish if I had partner luck, I would be having a lot more Titanics. I've only hatched one Titanic with my partner eggs, and we gave that one away. It was my first Titanic that I hatched with partner eggs, and my last Titanic that I've hatched with partner eggs.
Mhm.
Any other Titanics, it's been from either me purchasing merch or me getting eggs in the plaza and stuff. So no partner luck. At least not for me. Not for me.
Yeah,
Not for me.
Trevelus, he was the I just got a huge arcane dominus.
Did
Um
you?
yeah,
Wow.
he was my last guest on the podcast, and he got the Rainbow Gargantuan Agony off of his
Oh my
partner
gosh.
eggs.
Oh my god. Did you try to get it from him?
No, I'm not
Don't you
that
could
rich.
no,
I wish.
he won't cut you a deal. Oh
But
my gosh.
I did take his sign off and put my sign on it though.
Oh,
And
that's cool, yeah.
it flies
I haven't.
around and the wings flap, and you can have people
Wow.
on it flying around the map with it. It's pretty cool. He ended up selling it
Yeah.
for 750 billion.
Oh my gosh. Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
is over my whole inventory like 6 times. Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah,
That is crazy. I want a gargantuan so bad. I don't know if I ever will hatch one, but we'll see. We'll see. I keep trying with the new gargantuan thing, mabobber, the egg machine, but I keep getting the ugly cobras. I've gotten so many cobras, wasting all my exclusives.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so sad.
I made a bunch of those. I think it was 24 of the gargantuan eggs, and I went and sold them all for 500 million each.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah, see, I can't do that. I have to open up. My husband, he would do the same thing. He say like all the eggs he has, he saves them. Like he'll get like the presents or whatever from the gift bags that we get, and he saves them. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy them cheap, and I'm gonna save them for next month, and I'm gonna sell them." I'm like, "No, like what if you have a Titanic in there or something, or a huge? I have to open all my stuff. I can't leave it to chance."
yeah. The reason I did it was because in the testing server, I actually hatched the gargantuan Grim Reaper in
Oh,
36
really?
eggs.
Wow.
And 36 eggs, I hatched the gargantuan, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna hatch it in the game, so might as well sell it. Sell the
You
egg.
could. You could have. Now you'll never
I
know.
used up my luck in testing.
No, it's different. You could. It just was like telling you, like, oh, you're gonna get like 3 gargantuans if you open your actual eggs. I couldn't see. That would mean like that for me. That would be like, oh, okay, that means I'm gonna get one in game, and I
Yeah.
would have used it. Oh
No,
yeah.
not me. I'm superstitious. I'm like, yep, I used up my luck. Then
Really?
you got Metaverse over there. He opened 1,000 of those eggs, and he got a gold one and a normal one.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
think he got 3 Titanics as well.
How the heck? I know I see those people all the time that get so many. Well, Winrocks, he's always I
Hmm.
see him on there all the time. He's getting Titanics like crazy. And then I see the meta and there was other one. Who else do I see? I think Misfit. What's her name? Misfit. It's another
Misfit,
Misfit mom or something.
Misfit Mom, I think.
Yeah, she's always on there. The Tater Cannon's always on
Yep.
there. All these names. I'm like, oh my gosh. I want to be this lucky.
Yeah.
I want to be them. Yeah.
You also got Crunchy too, CR underscore.
Oh, yep. I see that one all the time as well. I know.
There was one day
Yes.
where that's all you saw was him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
always wonder,
crazy
like,
how
but you got
lucky
to
these
think,
people
like, are
get.
they spending, how much money are they spending as well?
Yeah,
But, but still, I want that luck. I want that
yeah.
luck. One day, one day, one day.
And sometimes I'm thinking they're like developers of other games coming in and spending all their Robux.
Yeah, it could be. Speaking of games, when is yours coming out? Do you guys have a date?
I'm hoping within the next 3 months, but our animator went AWOL,
Oh
and I
no.
have no idea where he is. Haven't heard back
Oh
from him
no.
in like a week and a half, and we still have like 15 animations we need. So I'm gonna
Oh
have to find a new
no.
animator,
Yeah.
and we're actually rebuilding one of the maps that we showed in one of the teasers. So completely rebuilding the whole map because I
Wow.
looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I don't want it to be like this. The the reason this game is taking so long to come out is because I'm really picky and I'm like, no, I don't like this. We'll build it and then
Hmm.
we'll be like, no, I don't like this. It's got to be,
Yeah.
I got to be satisfied with it. I got to be like, yes, I
Hmm.
love this. And
Yeah.
I'll send you a picture of just a small area that we were working on today. Oh, I don't have the picture. Let me grab the picture real quick for you. It's right here. So this is an area we just built today.
Oh, this
And
is nice.
thank you. And it's a lot of work. There's a
Yeah.
lot of work to building a game. When I first started the game, I found the developers and everything, and we talked, and I'm like, all right, can we have this game out in like 6 months? They
Uh-huh.
laughed. They laughed at me.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
because of the
Yeah.
size of the game and because of everything I want available at launch. Like I already have the next 5 updates already planned.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so just how much stuff you'll be able to do in this game is just like, okay, yeah, it's gonna take a couple of years to develop the game. And I'm like, what do you mean a couple of years? It took Pet Simulator 99 a year to come out.
Yeah.
But that's a
Hmm.
big development team where everybody's being paid like hourly and they're working all day long. They don't have school.
Yeah.
Some of the developers on the game, they do have school and then they have work. So, it's not
Yeah.
constantly all day working on the game, but they do work
Yeah.
every day on the game.
Yeah.
And then you got me here learning everything, and there's a few maps now. It was just one map where I built the entire thing completely myself, but
Mhm.
now it's I think we're up to 4 maps that I built completely myself. So
That's good. Yeah, I can't. Roblox Studio is such a foreign thing to me. I try to get on it, but like the little like dice thing or whatever that
hmm
you like have to turn and like drag and I cannot, I don't understand it. My 6-year-old, he's really good. He made like a little game. I don't know how he does it, but I can't for whatever reason. Like I'm like scrolling with my mouse and it's like taking me somewhere else. And I'm like, I just want to zoom in on this. I can't understand it at all. I am not. Roblox Studio is not for me. I wish it would be fun to be able to make like a little game, but I can't do those things. That's good for everybody, people that know and you that know how to do it. I'll leave it to the professionals and I'll just play the game. I won't make a game. But
Yeah,
that's exciting.
it depends on what kind of game you're making. Like this game that we're making, I don't even know what kind of genre it is, to be honest with
Mhm.
you. Like I don't even have a genre for this game. It's
Wow.
just a bunch of my ideas put into one place, and I just put it on the screen for everybody that's listening to the podcast that the way they can see, because I'm really secretive about the game. Like
Mhm.
only a handful of people know exactly what we're making, everything we're doing, and they're like
Yeah.
my closest friends, and I trust them with all the information, and they're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they're all like extremely excited because of just how unique it is, and they really
Well,
want to
that's
play it.
good. Yeah, that's exciting when you got to make sure we can test it and all that stuff and see when you guys are ready. That's so fun. I'm sure the kids are excited, right?
Yes,
Or
they're
they
excited.
don't. Yeah, they're excited. Have their own
Yeah.
Roblox game.
I actually talked to Jordan. He's the oldest boy, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Do you think this is a game you're gonna play all the time?" He was like, "I might," but he's more into like
Yeah.
Fortnite and all that.
Hmm.
So he's excited to have a game come out that's ours, and he could go tell all his
Yeah,
friends about it. But
exactly.
I feel like he's more like after that feeling of having a game rather than actually playing the game.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, you guys never know, because my at my son's school, I don't know what this kid did, but he has a car, his a Tesla, and on his license plate it says "Thanks Roblox" or something. And I always think like, oh my gosh, like what does this kid do? I try to tell him like, oh, who is this kid? Like he must have done something,
Hmm.
because a game, can do that for you. This
Yep.
kid had to be, 17, 16 years old or whatever, and he has a Tesla. It says "Thanks Roblox" on the back, as it's his license plate. So,
Hmm.
it could really change your life, and you never know, if your game's gonna take off or not. So it's really
Hmm.
cool to have that opportunity for not only you guys but for the kids and stuff. Because yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be like, "We have a Roblox game," So it's really cool.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be like an extremely good game either. Like you
Mm-hmm.
can make the most simple game and make a lot of Robux. Like I have a friend of mine,
Yeah.
he makes just completely simple games, and he's already made 30 million Robux.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just simple
So do you
games
get
that takes him a
Robux from
day to
just
make.
people like joining the game, or do they have to purchase? Like you get, I don't know how that works. Do you get Robux from just like people spending time in your game, purchasing items, or what is it?
All of
How
the
do they
above.
base?
So
Huh?
it's all of the above. So you get
Oh, okay,
premium
okay,
payouts. So like how many premium players are playing on your game per hour,
okay,
and you get paid for that. And then you get like people purchasing stuff from your games. I'm sure there's other ways I don't know about, but those are like the main ones that I do know about. And
okay,
that's why like Pet Simulator, most of their clan battles, most of their events, everything is just like keeping you online at all times.
Okay. So I get it. Yeah, I didn't know that it was just like hours spent in game. I thought it was a lot more of like purchasing things and all of that. I didn't know.
Yeah,
So I get it.
I think it's like 10 Robux per hour per player or something like
Okay.
that. So for every hour you and I spend in Pet Simulator, they're making 20 Robux.
Okay. And all our alts accounts and
Yep.
everybody else,
All
because
your
yep.
alts accounts and everything. Yeah, they're
Dang, Preston out here rich, rich. All of them.
yeah, there's actually a video on YouTube called a channel called Infographics, and they made a video on Roblox developers, and they did mention Preston in there, and they said he's worth like $58 million, and I'm
How
pretty sure he's
crazy is
worth a lot
that?
more than that.
Yeah, how crazy. He's like what, 24 years old? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so good for them as, as a parent, your child is doing that. It's amazing, but
Hmm.
that's crazy to have
Yeah.
that much money and to be that successful that young. These
It-
kids need it. I need to put my kid in coding then. We need to do so.
yeah, and then you
He
got
knows how to do
Hazim
his
too.
Roblox studio.
I'm pretty sure his name is Hazim. The please donate.
Oh, yes. I know. How
And
old is he? He's young too, right? Like 18,
yeah, I think
17
he's
years old.
18 and he made that game when he was like 14 or something.
Yeah. And yes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yes. I needed to be a coder or all that. I need to, yeah, my kids, he loves it. My little one, my 6-year-old, he really loves like making games and stuff. And he's really good like at Roblox Studio. Like I said, I don't know how he does it, but he understands it and he publishes his little games that, just he plays and for his cousins and stuff.
Hmm.
But it's crazy all the money, that is out there that can be made.
Yeah. And there's kids, 11 years old, they're publishing games and making a ton of Robux.
Yeah,
It's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I paid for this schooling thing, at home schooling thing for my son so he can learn how to code in Roblox and all that. He
Hmm.
he didn't get interested though.
Really?
Yeah, he
I
read it.
want to do one of those. Was it like good or like because I know my kid he gets, it needs to be interactive or he'll get bored. Is it just like instruction or is it more like hands-on?
It's
Do you
hands
know?
on. It will explain to you what you're gonna do, show you a video, and then you go and do it, and then it'll tell you if you did it right or wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it's a
cool.
whole course on it, and it's pretty cool. I thought he would be into it, and one day maybe he could make his own game. But
Yeah.
yeah, he lost interest within the first hour.
No, no.
It was like a
I
thirty
know these.
dollar course.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that because yeah, I want my kid he wants to do coding and stuff. He's always telling me, but I always I get nervous with the level of him being entertained because then he'll be like,
Hmm.
"Oh, I don't want to do this anymore." Um, but if it's hands-on and stuff like, he gets taught and then he has to apply it, I think he would like something like that. So,
There is
because,
a Roblox game where it teaches you how to code, and it's an actual game. You have to play it to learn how to code. And I think like
oh wow.
the first mission is like making your character move forward 5 steps. So you gotta
Okay.
type in the code and all that, and you make your character move 5 steps. And then the next one is like make your character move forward 5 steps, and then turn right and move forward 3 steps. And then you have to like memorize how to do all this code, and then like have your character follow a path until it gets to a certain location.
Okay.
So
I haven't.
that's one way you could introduce them into coding.
Yeah. I'll have to look at that then. If you know the name or the game, let me know. But yeah, he plays like Scratch Junior or something, and
Hmm.
he does his little stuff on there that he can, drag and drop the little codes and make them walk forward and spin and all that stuff. But yeah, he would love that. He loves creating stuff. He's really, really good at it. So
Hmm.
I would need, if he can make money early and live an easy life, that's all I want for my children,
Yeah.
to have an easy, simple life. Don't work too hard if you don't have to.
Yeah, and
But
picking it up early is really good. Like the
yes.
coder for my game, he's 16 years old,
Oh wow.
and I got what's a parental approval to let him
Yes.
code the game and all that. And he live streams him coding, and I'm just like, dude, how are you doing that so fast?
Yeah. It's crazy
It's
how,
all up
yeah,
in his
they
brain.
kids are just, I mean, because you got to think like when I was, little and stuff, I would do, we were doing computer, we were playing what is Oregon Trail and Where in the World is Carmen San Diego in our computer class. And I was the one that the teachers always went to for like, oh, if there was a problem on the computer, I was able to like help them and fix it or
Hmm.
whatever. It's just like you just know. But like now I'm old. It comes with age. You just because I never thought that I would never be like my parents and not know technology. But now it's just like even this Discord thing, I'm asking my oldest son, like, what do I do on Discord or how do I do this? Or it's
Yeah.
just I guess kids are just they don't have that fear and they're just in there just trying things and learning it and playing
Hmm.
around. And when you're older, it's just like you don't have time to just sit there and like mess with things. You need to know like, okay, this and this and this. We need to do this. So I think that's what it is. You just lose that side of your brain. And I'm there.
Yeah,
I'm
and
there, but yeah.
I'm over here trying to learn different things. Like if you were to ask the developers for my game and be like, has he broken anything? They'll be like, what hasn't he broke?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even have the first clue what to do. Like I said, with that Roblox studio, it's so foreign to me. But
Yeah. And
yeah, that's good.
I would mess around with code. I would mess around with terrain. And there was one thing I did with the terrain was I was building something, and I would keep my mouse on it, like holding the button down so I could build it bigger and bigger and bigger. But what I
Uh-huh.
didn't know was I'm building it outside. So behind of what I'm seeing, there's a huge long line that's like 10 miles long that I built up into the
Oh my
sky.
gosh.
And I had to manually delete that whole entire thing myself for
Oh
like
no.
2 hours.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
And
Yeah.
then I changed some code around just to see what it would do, and then I didn't know I couldn't change it back. So I had
Oh
to
no.
have them go back in there and fix it and be like,
Oh
yeah, I kind of
my.
messed something up.
Yeah. They're like, oh my God. They're probably like, leave it alone. Don't touch it. Oh my gosh.
And the
That's crazy.
simplest thing you do in code, like if you put a comma instead of a period, it could ruin the entire game.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. See, yeah, that's nothing. I can't. I'm not good with stuff like that. If it's
Yeah.
going to be one little thing, that would frustrate me because I'd be there sitting there looking to see what's wrong with the whole thing. And it's going to be one little period or one little, comma, and it would changes the whole thing. I would get so upset, so
Yeah,
frustrated.
and we all get upset when something's wrong in like a pet simulator update and
I
everybody's
know.
losing their minds on Twitter.
I know. That's why I tell them. That's why when things go wrong, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to look at Twitter. They're probably, tearing one into those poor guys. That's why I just, it's just a game. Let it
Hmm.
be. Or sometimes I'll, make fun of my husband and I'll be like, aren't you guys supposed to be testing? What the heck are you guys doing? Are you guys just twiddling your thumbs while you guys are testing these games? Because it's a buggy one. But
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's things happen and it's just a game and it'll get fixed. And I know people get really, really into it, but
yeah.
what can you do? At least
Hey,
they love the game, right?
yep, everybody loves
They're
it.
passionate
Everybody
about
sticks
something.
around.
Yeah.
And we all buy the
Yeah.
merch too.
Yes, exactly. Which we need new merch. Sir Spiffy. I'm waiting for the carpets to come out and I want new stuff. I go to Target and Walmart all the time to see if there's anything new, but
Yeah, that's a
nothing
big thing
yet.
for you.
Nothing.
I noticed like every hint of a new merch, you're already at Target 2 minutes
Oh
later.
yes, yes. I am there. I'm there at every Target. I will drive. I've driven 40 minutes an hour to a Target to see because I know there's like this Target in the boondocks over here that no one really goes to, and I always go. That's where I found the hot dog plushies when they first came out. I was like,
Hmm.
let's go to this, Target, and there they were. And so yes, I want to get the merch. I want to get the pets, and then those I do sell because I know that once everybody starts getting them, they're gonna go, to 50, 60 million. So
Hmm.
when I first get a new pet and it's very low owned, I'm like, okay, I'll take my billion and I'll go buy some other stuff. 'Cause, yeah, I sold with a panther. I think I sold for like a B or something when it first came out. When I first had gotten that, and there was only like five or something.
I think
So
I
those
bought
I
it.
will.
I think I was
Oh,
the one that
did
bought
you?
it.
Oh, yeah, you did. I think you did buy one of them, and I was thinking, why would he do that? Like, why would? Because when it's you guys, I feel bad. Like if it's one of my people or like a partner or something, because you guys know it's gonna go down. Why would you buy it?
Well, it's a low
You should
serial
know
number and
better.
it's partner
I know, I know,
redeemed.
I know. Like you should know better. Oh, that thing was way too much. You did buy it. I remember now. I
Yeah,
do
I think I
remember.
bought it for 2 billion.
Oh, was it two? Well,
Yeah.
look at you. See, and now how much is that thing worth? Nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's
Don't do
still a
that
low
again.
serial number. Low serial numbers, they fetch a pretty penny.
I guess. Yeah, but not with me. As my husband always calls me, he calls me a lint loser. And then he's like, you're gonna put your name on people's pet and depreciate the value. He always makes fun of me. He's like, you're depreciating the value of the pets. Or like when Night Fox signed over my signature. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. He was making fun of me because there's in a video that Night Fox that someone's giving him a SpongeBob Titanic to sign, and it has my sign on it.
Oh.
And then Night Fox signs over, but that's better. That's better for the. I would take Night Foxes too. Like, yeah, I don't take offense to any of that, but my husband was just making fun of me. Always calls me, don't put it. Who wants your sign? He's like, your sign is the most saturated sign in the game because I do. I sign everybody's things. My
Yeah, it's like
100
a fun
signs are
game
usually
receiver.
gone within 3 days. So it's just like, because I don't say no, I feel so bad. But he's just like, I'm telling you, he's all about value and all that. So he's really into the game, into trading and doing all that stuff. So he's like, stop things. Everybody's gonna have a Linty signature. And
Yeah, I don't sign much at all. Like right now,
really?
I have 347 pens right now. I
Oh my gosh.
rarely ever sign, and when I do sign, it's because I know they're a fan, or they're a
Yeah.
friend, or it's something for my wife or something for me.
Oh,
And
now
if it's
I'm gonna have to get a sign from you right now.
yeah, I'll sign for you if
You
you
can't
sign for
decline
me.
me. You're gonna decline me. Let me see. I'll unlock. What can I unlock? But yeah, no, I sign all the time, and then I'm like, oh, my husband's. Why are you always? Where is my Titanic? He's like, why are you always signing everything? Oh my gosh! But then, yeah, he's like, oh, can you sign stuff for me? And then I'm like, well, I don't have any more pens. Feel so bad.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
my wife always finds it funny whenever she signs an agony
Oh really?
because,
Because yeah, that's your thing.
yeah, the agonies for me is like the what I collect the most
Oh,
and
I
what I
don't have
rip.
any pens.
You don't have any pens? No.
No. I'm just taking from you today.
Oh
Yeah, I don't have
man.
any pens. I'm out. That's why I'm waiting for. I think we get a refill on Saturday. I hope. I think. I sometimes get mines randomly. I used to get them just like on the 9th of every month, but the last 2 months I've been getting them just randomly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
think they're giving us 100 at a time now.
I know, which is good. Yes, I have been getting 100 because the 25 I would be like, oh, I'm saving them for someone, and then we're like, you told me you promised me a sign 2 months ago, and I'm like, I know, but it's so hard for me to say no to people when they're asking me. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
So then,
You can send
oh,
me
my
that
trades are
trade.
not off.
Yeah, trades are off.
Okay. Oh
Um,
my goodness.
yeah, I think I've probably signed maybe 60 pets, and I probably have like 10 of those myself.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. I will keep this.
And
Oh my
it's
goodness.
one of the rarest signs. And then you got my
Yeah.
wife. My wife also is just like me. She doesn't sign all the time. She probably has around the same amount of pens as
Oh
I do.
wow. Yeah. Well,
And
that's cool. I'll have to get one from her.
she mainly signs for friends.
Yeah, yeah. That's
And
good.
it's it's like a reward for supporters.
Yes. Yeah.
Rather than just giving it to everybody, you reward the people who
Yeah.
support you the most.
Yes. I know sometimes people will be in the plaza and they'll be like, oh, Linty, I'm your biggest fan or whatever. And then they'll be like, oh, I watch his videos all the time. And I'm like, and then people are like, it's a her. She's a she. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. There's a lot of them. Oh, like, oh,
Yeah.
he this. Or I'm like, oh, okay. You don't really watch me, but that's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. But yeah.
We'll we'll get people Google or put our name in YouTube and then be like, "Oh, I love your Neon Agony video," and I'm like,
Oh
"That
my
Neon
gosh.
Agony video came out like 2 years ago, and everybody says
Yeah.
that's their favorite video."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, I get it all the time too.
they're naming the very first video they see.
It's so funny. Sometimes it's so funny. Like I have my people that are here that were there, like, they'll make fun of me. Oh, we were here when you had 8 viewers on TikTok, which is true.
Hmm.
They were my same 8 people were there. My same kids are there now. And
That's
they're
good.
just like, it's so crazy to see other people and they're like, no, you weren't here. They're very protective of me, which is cute.
Yeah.
They're like, no, Linty this or stop crowding her, all this stuff like I'm not. And they're like, oh, you're famous. I'm like, you guys, I'm not famous. I am not known. It's fine. Like, it's okay. But they have fun with it. They just want to be, oh, it's a partner, So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always fun to
When
do
people will
that
be
for
like,
them.
"Oh my God, partner," I'm like, "I'm the one special."
Yeah, exactly. Me too. I'm like, you need a fangirl over Gravy or Night Fox or Elsie, not me. I'm nobody. I'm
Yeah, you see
just
them
a
come in
person
this.
with pen.
You see them come in the
Yeah.
server, then yeah, the whole entire server is blowing up.
I know. I think I've only been I saw Gravy one time in a
Mm.
trading plaza, but I think he was like AFK. And then numerous I've been in with when we did the Squid Games, he was in the plaza with us. I've never been in with Nightbox or anybody or LCLC, I don't think, but
Hmm.
those two, I think, are
Oh,
the
when you're in
only.
a server with Night Fox, like it just becomes about Night Fox.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
Literally everybody just makes a mosh pit around him.
that's crazy. Yeah, I would imagine that's that's Pet Simulator right there.
Yep.
That's like if you talk Pet Simulator, you know Nightbox,
Hmm.
so
And
it's
what's
crazy.
crazy is he's a huge fan of the podcast. He
Oh,
listens to
really?
every single episode.
Oh, awesome. Well, hello, Sir Night Fox. My husband wants your sign, but that's like he was asking me. He's like, "Come on, you're friends with him." I'm like, "No, that's like so embarrassing. Like, I'm not gonna ask another. You know what I mean? Like, that's can I have your sign? Like, I don't know. That's so weird to me.
My
I
wife
didn't.
is the same way.
Yeah, I can't. I'm like, he
My wife
literally, come on, ask him, and I'm like, no.
my wife's like, "Can you message him for me? I want him to sign my Valentine Exolato." And I'm like, I don't message him to signs.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that? It would just be so weird. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm sure he's totally fine with it, but
Yeah.
I just feel like so like, oh, I don't want to bother. Like, oh, can I have your sign? You know, but if we ever run, I always say, oh, I'll sign it for you. It's like, oh God. But he
Yeah,
wanted it for something. I forgot.
when I did the podcast with him, I had to get him to sign something though.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I bought a pet from him a while back, a Sun Agony, and I even named it Night Fox Sold. And then I'm like, I need you to sign this because I bought it off of
Yeah.
you.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, I
Yeah,
need to. If I ever run into him, then maybe I'll be like, "Oh, can you sign this for my husband?" But yeah, I'm not gonna.
yeah,
Yeah, no, 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 no. I'm not gonna ask.
he's a great
I
dude.
even,
He'll
yeah,
definitely
I
do
get
it.
so nervous, like asking, like even like asking like Spiffy like certain things, like I'll be like, "Oh, this," and I get so like, I don't want to bother you, but or I just get so I just don't want to bother people. I know that they're so busy. I know they're so
Yeah,
busy, and I don't want to be that person. I hate bothering people, so I
yeah. I want to
just.
get Spiffy on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, every time I message him, he never replies.
Yeah, yeah. It takes a while sometimes. I'm sure he's super busy with everything, but that would be fun. Or
Yeah,
Preston. I know like he follows me on Twitter and I was so excited. And I
does
was
he
like,
really?
"Oh, but huh?
Does he really?
Yeah, he does."
Wow.
I was like, "Oh my God." I told everybody, "Preston follows me." In my family, obviously. I was like, "Oh my God, Preston follows me on Twitter." He's the maker of big games. He follows me. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
remember when Night Fox followed me on Twitter. And I
uh-huh.
was like, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah,
I went up to everyone in the house. I'm like, Night Fox followed us. Night Fox followed us.
exactly. That's crazy, isn't it? I know. Yeah, I don't know if Night Fox follows me. I think he did recently and numerous. And then when everybody started following me, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's telling everybody. Because I always tell them, like, oh, they're just regular people. Like, I don't know why people
Hmm.
get excited over celebrities. And then I'm over here like, LCLC followed me. It's so funny, but it's fun. It's part of the game.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't know. It's
It's
funny,
always
but
nice when someone, successful in an area you're trying to work in
yeah,
is
yeah.
um enjoys what you're doing. So it
Yes,
just makes you appreciate your work a lot more and motivates
exactly.
you.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, it does actually. Like when I'll get likes from them and I'm like, oh, or when Spiffy and them started, reposting some of my videos, it's just like, oh, that's so awesome that it gets to be seen, by more eyes and they think that it, is cool enough to
hmm.
repost or post on their social media. So that made me feel nice.
Hmm.
And made it feel like it was worth, spending those 30-second videos. They take a lot more than 30 seconds, so it's a lot of work sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's good when you get, recognized and they repost it or they like it, and so it makes it worth the 3-4 hours of me going crazy and, you know, something messing up on my computer or my computer freezing or, losing the footage or not having the sound after I thought I had sound. But it makes it worth it in the end.
That happened to me on one episode of the podcast, and it
Oh
was towards the
no.
beginning, and I caught it within like the first 10 minutes. I'm like,
Oh
listen,
good.
let's just pretend we just started recording because I wasn't recording my microphone.
Oh my
I was recording
gosh.
them, but not mine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that's happened to me. I forgot on what I recorded this whole long thing and no sound. And then it's just like to record over, like I'm a person that I need to record like when it's happening because I can't really fake excitement. Like
Hmm.
I can't do voiceovers. Like I know like Night Fox and all them. I don't know how they do that. Like they're just so exciting and all the time, but I can't. Like it has to be like so I like to record and then just edit out pieces and paste it together because
Hmm.
if I have to re-record me hatching a Titanic that I already know I hatched, you're not going to get the same, excitement out of me.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, I did that one time and I was so sad. I had to redo the whole thing."
Oh, I have so
That's
many
part of it.
videos. I have so many videos where I didn't set up the voice recording correctly, or it just bugged out or error or anything. And I have so many
Oh,
videos where
yes.
it's like a good video, but I can't post it because then it's
Yeah.
not the same.
Mm. Yep. Yes, exactly.
There was only
Yes.
one video that I spent a ton of Robux and gems on, and the audio was horrible. So
Oh
I just
no.
typed everything up. I just did subtitles for the entire video, and that was only
Hmm.
one time I ever did that. Every other video I just trashed.
I know. I always do that too. I always think of like different ways I can do it because like May Rush Art, he gets bajillion views and
Hmm.
he just has text and sound, and I'm like, I want to be that.
Yeah.
I want to be, but my videos that do that, they don't get views like that. But
Hey, it
he's
might
got
be a thing
crazy,
where
crazy
people
stuff.
prefer to read it than hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
Might be
Sometimes,
something to
yeah. I don't know.
test.
So I have to see. Trying different things.
Yeah.
One day a video will succeed, and then I can continue on with it. But
Yeah. I wish you the best, and I hope it does
thank
work out for
you.
you. And I know you do a lot of creative videos, way different than everybody else. So once
Yes.
people catch on and start watching it, I'm pretty sure you'll be up there with Night Fox asking you for suggestions.
One day, one day, one day. I hope so.
All right. So again, thank you for coming on the podcast. I had a great conversation and learned a lot,
Thank you.
and
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you taking the time to do this. Hopefully we could see more trading cards from you guys. I want to see an agony. How about an
Oh,
agony
okay.
next?
We can do that. Yeah. But we
An
will.
agony
I'll
would
do
be
some. I know
nice.
that would be fun. I know my kids keep telling me to keep making some trading cards. They want me to do more. And then I know somebody asked for the nightmare stuff, so I'll have to
Hmm.
make some before the end of the week and I'll put an agony in there for you. But
I
thank you for
appreciate
having
that.
me. It's been fun and thank you for doing this because we really get to know, the other partners on a deeper level. We do
Hmm.
watch them as well. And so it's really fun to see them, outside of Pet Sim just being
Yep.
normal people.
Yeah, it's really an exciting thing, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to be here doing it. Love it. It's actually one thing I'm really, I really look forward to doing every time I do it.
Oh, awesome.
But
Now you got to try to get Preston spiffy
Preston's
and get
gonna
him
be
on there.
hard, but hopefully one day. Hopefully one
Yeah, yeah,
day.
yeah. I think you can do it. You can do it.
All right, I really appreciate it, and
All right.
thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you guys
Yes,
later.
thank you.
Bye.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
what?
I
What's up?
wanted to do a code. I forgot I was going to tell. Okay, I
Oh,
was going to
okay.
do a code.
Oh,
Okay, let me do a code word. Are you still recording?
yes, I'm still recording.
Okay, you could just throw it in there in the middle somewhere that it's maybe blank. Let's do if you come up to me in a trading plaza and you say the code, what will we do? We'll do blocks family since or what is it? Cast? What's your the
BloxCast.
Okay, yeah, so that. If you tell me the blocks cast and then I will give you a huge and we'll do it for a while. So come up
Okay,
to me, you guys, in the plaza with that word. That means you watch the video. And yes, I'll give a huge
that's different.
to
That's
everybody that can. Yes, there you go. I'm gonna put that on Twitter so that everybody goes to watch it.
yeah.
I have
That's
a lot of huges to give away. All
and
right,
that's
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 it.
that's exactly what I'm saying about you. You're everything you do is just different from everybody else.
Oh, well, thank you. But thank you so much again. Thank you. This was fun. So yeah,
Yeah, it
we'll do
was.
that code word. And yeah, thank you again so much for all this. I hope you have a wonderful week.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye, everybody.